and that is a spot that has been in question. That's the one that the Carl's Jr. patron was talking about when giving his description of what he saw and heard. It's our understanding that that's the area, so that we go outside from the secure area to that area, and that's maybe where some of this went down, though the authorities have not been clear about it. We're now told that at 2:30 Pacific time, so just about 5.5 minutes from now, we're expected to get a statement from police on this matter as KTVU Fox 2 continues to cover this live. Let's listen.
Targeted inside and outside, we don't know yet, and hopefully we'll have that answer here in just the next few minutes with this news briefing.
Right, and as we heard from the city manager of San Bruno, letting everyone know that there was no longer a threat to the public. You can also see that right now in the demeanor of law enforcement, firefighters, other officials who responded to this. It is almost as if there is a little bit of a sense of relief as they get ready to leave this scene, perhaps move back a little bit and prepare it to be the investigation will obviously continue, but that rush, that sort of we need to get in there, figure this out. It appears as though that initial threat is over. Again, as we heard from the city manager, that there's no longer a threat to the public. Take a look at this map, because this gives you an idea when we're talking about the neighboring businesses, the people nearby who either got their cell phones out and recorded what they were seeing or called us here at KTVU to tell us what they were seeing going on. There's the YouTube headquarters there indicated, you see there with the red square, and a couple of neighboring businesses. We've spoken to people at the Carl's Jr. It appears, Ken, that the people at that Carl's Jr. really had, and I hate to say this, but a sort of a first-hand account of what was going on. It seems as though there was at least some shooting that they were able to see. We know that a couple of victims ran into the Carl's Jr. looking for help. We heard from one witness who says he actually grabbed a bungee cord to try to stop the bleeding on a woman who was either shot in the leg or the foot and then taken to the hospital. I know that earlier on in all of this, you spoke with someone who was at the Walmart e-commerce building, and she told you what she saw during all of this.
Yeah, she said 7 shots. She specifically said 7 shots, and then silence. And she said she looked out the window and she saw people running out of the YouTube building with their hands in the air.
Reporter live on scene now. Let's listen.
Has witnesses said that to you as well?
Not that I know. I couldn't even speak to that.
Anybody know? Shooter's a woman or a man?
This is a sort of behind-the-scenes look. This is a feed going to our station, KTVU Fox 2, as reporters are working to find things out, back to their live coverage on station.
After the shooting, made their way trying to get help, and people
was happening inside this building.
First aid to help those people out. So,
and
dramatic situation.
And we are getting some new information. This really coming in just a moment ago. I mentioned seeing that body covered with a yellow tarp there at the scene. Well, we are now getting confirmation from the San Mateo County coroner that that office has indeed been requested to respond to the YouTube headquarters, the scene of this shooting, the scene of this active shooter situation. They would not elaborate on exactly what they're being called for, but one can assume the coroner only responds to a scene. At least one person dead. So the headline at this hour, as we sit here and wait to hear from the San Bruno police chief, who is expected to update us on the ongoing situation, the San Mateo
units moving down there since they're so close
to the YouTube headquarters.
The live pictures you're seeing appear to be a window shot out. If the reports from witnesses are accurate, there was certainly a lot of gunfire, and we heard one witness describe a victim being shot as many as 10 or 11 times. Again, that's what the witness said. The local anchors there mentioned that we're expecting the San Mateo sheriff to come and give details in just a moment. We have indications that the president has been briefed on this. The feds are staying out of it for the moment. The FBI has been notified. They're watching, letting the locals handle this, which is, I don't know, on the surface a good sign. The ATF is en route to the scene, the Office of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, en route to that scene there, and waiting to hear from authorities, scheduled to be in a minute and a half from now. For those of you who may be joining, expecting to see the 5 on Fox News Channel or local programming on the local station on which you're watching, this is continuing coverage of what has been reported by police to be an active shooter situation at YouTube headquarters in San Bruno, California, San Mateo County. And the authorities have now